happy new week to all of you. Thanks for tuning in on this edition of Man with the Show. Let me tell you, I've been discussing this for quite some time now, and it's just, we've talked about the streaming wars, which is starting to ramp up. We're talking about the anime wars, because, you have so much that's coming out now, and there are so many new players, and some old players have come out of the darkness into the light, and basically everything is starting to ramp up. And I'm going to tell you this is one major player, and I've discussed this before with manga with this company. Now I think you need to look at them in the other perspective for basically the streaming part and also for anime, because there are some changes that they're making and some team ups that they're working with, and I'm talking about Viz Media. Viz Media has been around a long time. They've done manga. They've got some great books. They've done some videos. They've worked with anime before, but now, from what I'm understanding, is that they've done a major deal here with Netflix and Powerhouse. Which, if you're not familiar with Powerhouse is they did the Castlevania series, and they're planning some big stuff in the future with Netflix. And they've just announced a new series, which is going to be next month, is coming out early October, Ses Manos, and that will be released globally on Netflix. And it is, from what I saw of the little footage on it, it looks pretty good. A lot better than the Genlock series from Rooster Teeth. I can tell you that for a fact. Basically, the main setup of this story is that it is, sort of like a orphan type martial arts, joining with a DEA agent and a Mexican Federal. It's a battle for justice because of their mentor is murdered, and it's a small town. But it also looks like in the title it has like a bit of a supernatural aspect to it, and we have to wait to see it on there. Also, there are it's a mixture of some voice actors, from standard voice actors from Overwatch and stuff like that, from video games. But also there are two major actors that will be joining this cast. Mike Coulter, you'll know him from he played Luke Cage in the Netflix animated regular series. I'm sorry. And also, Danny Trejo will also voice a character on this series. This will be about 8 episodes long, so it'll be short, which I'm glad they're doing that. You don't want to put too much money into it, not too much to the voice actors and stuff like that. Unlike, like Genlock, I just really sat down and watched it the other night. Because there's another series called Dr. Stone, which is like it's between the Dragon Ball and Dr. Stone, in between is Genlock on Toonami. And basically, Genlock, it just like they just hired a lot of A and B lister actors to do the voices on the series. And right now Rooster Teeth ain't doing well. They're laying off a lot more people than originally mentioned before. And some insiders have been coming forward. I know Clownfish TV's talked to somebody that basically the mismanagement of this series is leading to the layoffs and a lot of the issues that Rooster Teeth is coming from, that they're having at this moment. But getting back to Viz Media, see, this is the direction we're seeing in. We're seeing guys like Viz Media in here, and they're going to be putting, Rooster Teeth on notice. They're going to put Funimation and really slam in there, because you got to remember with Viz, if they're doing on this end, that basically Crunchyroll is going to start ramping up soon, because basically Warner wants to put their streaming site together. And then there's been a lot of announcements, and we'll discuss this down the line in another episode, about what's going on over on the Disney Plus end. They're going to be adding not a lot of new animations, but older animations, but blocks that basically, that will probably ramp up the business for them on that end. But when you look at overall, you know, you're starting to see all these independent shows, these small little independent, like little spikes of anime that are peeking here and there. Like I said, there's another one, Dr. Stone. You know, I never heard of it before. I heard it was a manga, but I like it. It was pretty good. Then you have this one, which, you know, I will catch it on there. And then you have a lot of stuff that's coming out of Powerhouse, you know, and you know, there's a lot of other series that are on Netflix, some that are on Hulu, and then there's some independent streaming sites that they have, like small one, like Midnight Pulp has, like, sometimes once in a while they have like an unusual one that you never heard of before, and you know that they're going to be the in-betweeners, you know, stuff like Tubi TV, Midnight Pulp on there. Not too much of this Sony, because Sony has the Sony Crackle channel, because Sony already has Funimations. But with the whole situation with Funimations now, with all the issues that's going on, I mean, you know, because the damage control that they're trying to do right now, because of the whole voice actor little mini thing that they did. We haven't discussed this, but you know, you heard it around that, you know, they did these little bits, which basically they talked in a very vulgar tone on the characters, and you know, Toei did not like that at all, because they don't like you messing with their stuff. I mean, perfect example is Team 4-Star. They don't like, you know, Toei don't like, you know, Toei don't like them messing with Dragon Ball, and they always get takedown events on YouTube. So you see Team 4-Star is there, then suddenly they're gone, then they're back again, and then they're down again. But nevertheless, we're seeing the development of this war. I mean, like I said, the streaming war is coming on there. You know, not Disney Plus, Apple Plus hasn't announced really anything anime-ish yet, or I haven't heard anything anime-ish, so we don't know about that, how they're going to go, but they're going to be starting also at the same time as Disney. Now, I think the anime is going to pretty much focus with Crunchyroll, with Funimations, with Netflix, with Warner Brothers itself, and maybe a couple of other small little venues that will handle it. And there might be some stuff that might pop up that you never could know out of nowhere, because I mean, this is the moment that, you know, is going to change a lot of stuff on there. Unlike that Genlock, you know, I keep mentioning the Genlock because it's so bad. I mean, it is just so bad. I mean, like I said, I close my eyes for a little bit normally when between just to get to Dr. Stone. But last night I said, let me watch it. Let me see how bad it truly is, and it is that bad. It is truly bad. The animation, I just really could have been done. The money that they could have, you know, they didn't have to get all these A-listers and B-listers on there. They could have just gotten one or two and gone with regular veteran voice actors, and maybe they might have been able to salvage the series and make it look a much better looking series and script it much better for you. But then again, this is what happens. You're going to get some crap, you're going to get some decent, and then you're going to get some stuff that's going to be really, really, really good. And then again, of course, you know, we have High Guardian Spice out there hanging, and that Lionel series still hanging out there somewhere. That they, you know, I heard recently the High Guardian Spice, they just went into sort of having people look at the series, giving their comments on it, you know, sort of like a preview type thing. But hey, like I said, this is just some rumors that we're hearing, no major confirmation of if these shows are going to show up or what. So comment below, tell me, you know, what you think of this, how you feel on this series that's coming from Viz, and it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be over on Netflix also. And don't forget, you can check us out on mindsandgab.com. Make sure you hit that subscription button, please do, and please, if you can, pass this on to them. If you enjoy this show, unfortunately, the powers that be, the Google gods and stuff, whatever you want to call them, they just really don't want to push the show out. The only way we're going to get the show out there is if you, the viewer, you yourself, you like the show, show other people that you like the show. Tell them about it. Just give them the video. Says, hey, check this out for a few minutes. Tell me what you like. And hey, we'll build this up, and we'll get a lot more shows and a lot more programming into here. So till the next one, thank you for tuning in to Man with a Show on Q2Cast TV.